That's the end of the session. 6th place.
Well, 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 here we are. It's Monday night. Time for some more abusive cars. We're gonna get a set of Corsa. There it is. About to start quali for the Abarths race. It's been a day. So some crazy old lady hit my wife's car today. That's great. Everybody's okay, but it's just one more damn thing to add to life. So, now that that's being dealt with, I get to go bash some imaginary cars around on Zandvoort tonight. Because that's pretty much what happens on Zandvoort. Anyway. So that's that. See if I can get a little bit more of a practice lap. Oops. I'm recording myself. Awesome. Shut up, playback. I don't want to hear me. There we go. That should take care of the echo. I'm a genius. Oh, my ping's so high. Oh, and I forgot to turn throttle blip off, or on, for this car. So now I'm going to get to do throttle by foot. I haven't practiced this at all, but I figure I have all week to get a good score here with the SEAT. I did a little running around Watkins Glen, hopefully the correct layout. This time is going to be terrible because I've been sitting here the whole... Yep, there you go. No lap time in practice, but who cares? It's practice. That's what it's for. Now let's see if we can get a quali lap in. I have no idea how much fuel I'm going to use, so let's give it 10. I don't have a setup yet for this car and course. Just going to toss it out there and see what happens.
Looks like you're clear on the pit exit. You've got 9 minutes to set a lap.
What are the chances people will give each other room out here? It's Zandvoort with the Abarths.
Yellow flag, watch out.
Great job, everybody. Great driving so far.
Right side, clear right.
Bloodbath incoming. Jeez. Is this guy gonna back off and give me room? Probably not. SEAT TCR was just here a few weeks ago. Did pretty well in that race. Are you seriously trying to dive bomb me on our outlap in qualifying? You jerk. Yeah, flash your lights. Or back off and get some room, because this is the out... You stupid fucker. Alright. Alright. I'm sorry, stream. This has turned into that kind of day, I guess. I'm usually better about that. I don't think I've ever tried this car here. It's pretty fun. Oh, screwed up that shift.
Yellow flag.
Yes, spin and die. Please spin and die.
Right side. Clear right. On your left. Clear left. On your left. Clear left. Car left. Hold your line.
You know what? I'm just gonna blow this lap.
Clear left.
You're gonna crash.
Yellow flag. Caution.
They can spin and die. What an idiot. Yeah, racing during traffic. What a genius move. Serious, or just back off, like spread out on the track, and they'll be fine. Instead, he's got to bang door to door with me.
That's 5 minutes of fuel left.
Can you tell I don't have an H pattern shifter? Oh, this is going to be terrible having to blip the throttle myself. I know I'm spoiled by assists. Even at that, my time's not too terrible, I think. But yeah, that guy's going to be a risk to everybody. If I'm ever around him on the track, I'm going to be boned.
5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Like, it's qualifying. What do they think they're going to gain by battling during qualifying? You're going to lose time by battling. So what do you know, it's like nothing about it makes any sense. They're just being dumb. And they're gonna cause an accident. So it's my job to qualify ahead of them. At this point, chances are good that they're not even going to post a qualifying time. .159's the new target. 2:02. Get out of the sand, dummy. This is a fun car to throw around here. It does really well. That's pretty neat.
That lap was at 2:01.6, 7th position. We're running on fumes, mate.
Oh god, it's the same guy. Oh no, it's not the same guy, just the same car model. Good.
Litres remaining.
Oh boy, this is gonna be weird. So I'll be doing this one and then the SEAT race later. Watkins Glen is one of my favorite places to go. track hasn't been upgraded recently. I think I've gotten it sort of recently. I guess I'll check the thread and see what version Content Manager thinks it has.
Your ears are cold.
One 58.5. My
Lanes
goodness.
remaining.
That's not the line.
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
Uh-oh, it's the killer behind us. Run! Ree! Oh my goodness, the dude qualified ahead of me. I don't believe it. .8 liters a lap. Oh well, that's my last qualifying lap.
P9.
1.8 liters a lap. My goodness. What are the lap times? 2 minutes. So we're going to do 11 laps, I guess. I'll go to 12. I'll just do 12 just for kicks. I'll save it. SRS fixed 20 minutes. See if I can get some practice in before the end of qualifying. I need all the help I can get.
Watch your mirrors. There's a car approaching. Yellow flag. Your tyre temps are all good.
My times aren't too slow. My hope is that if I survive the carnage that's going to happen in that corner on lap 1, then I can make up some positions and then stay ahead. Much like what happened in the SEAT race.
Yellow flag. Watch out. Checkered flag's out. E9.
This is pretty fun to throw around here. Good news is they're like 5 days and practically hourly races to try this again. Whereas the TCR race is like once tonight and once tomorrow, and that's the end of the season. So much more critical to get a good result in the 9 o'clock race than it will be in this one. Ooh, that worked out well. I'm not going to get another chance to set a quality lap. I'll have to remember that. The brakes on this thing are so great. You can just kind of throw it into a corner and then land on the brakes. And the last one on track, is it waiting for me?
P11.
I could brake later than that. I should just pull aside and go back to the pits.
That's the end of the session.
At least I didn't exit the
P12.
whole game like I did before I started. I was like, I'll just go back to the pits. Exit. Oh no! Derp. Well, as often happens here, this will either be fun or a disaster. Yeah, I think we're going to do 11 laps. I think we're going to do 11 laps. We're just under 2 minutes, so there's no way we can do 12. Like, we're seconds under 2 minutes. So this is already
V12,
overfueling.
20 minutes.
Did they forget and leave anything selectable? Nope. 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 Oh, brake bias. But that's usually okay in this car. Alright, let's turn names off. Let's turn everything else. Just leave it. Alright. Oh, Luis. What a great name. Louis. Suggests 24 liters as well, so good times. Lights are on. Yay, car. Cute car. Alright. Let's see how bad this gets. Will art imitate life? Will I get punted into the stratosphere? Let's find out. A start glitch, because why not?
Floor it.
Left side. You're on the right. 3 wide. Car left. Hold your line. 3 wide. You're on the right. Hold your line. On your left. Car left. Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Still there.
Getting hung out to dry on the outside.
Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line.
Yeah, sure, just drive me into the grass. That'd be great.
Still there.
Yellow flag.
Oh, they're wrecking.
Hold your line.
Oh, they're wrecking.
Clear left. Clear left.
I will survive. Is that Mr. Danger to himself and others? I bet it is. Yep. See ya. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Not enough blip. But this car will handle it. This transmission is very forgiving of idiots like me. I'll be happy to hold on to 8. Uh-oh! That looks like a disconnect. It's bad enough when you go straight on, but when you go straight on and then fall through the earth, that's an indicator of a disconnect.
V7.
Need to brake later for T1. Did the guy behind me bin it? He sure did, and he's blocking the whole track now. Oh my goodness.
Incident in turn 2. It looks like work.
Oh dear. What a disaster for them. Oh, this is working out. I think I stayed clean there on lap 1. As long as I don't bin it myself.
Ahead is now 2.0.
Should have a good result here. I'll have to set a PB if I keep this pace up. So you can wait till the curbing there to jam on the brakes. Kind of roll through these corners and power out of the second one. Nice. Yeah, the suggested line markers are clearly engineered for much faster
The
cars.
leader has just done a 158.
Because this thing is just put to the floor and go, go, go. This is fun. This is a fun race. A fun car.
The guy in front is Hull.
I can break even later than that. The brakes on this thing just grab. A little late on the throttle there. God, look at the gap behind me. That's amazing. I will take it. If those two keep battling, I'm afraid this might be slightly boring TV, but an excellent result.
15 minutes
Oh,
left. Stay
drifto
keep
there. Drifto.
Your rear tyres are cold. Your left front tyre is running hot. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Yes, feel free to keep doing that, sir. Give me a couple more chances to catch up to you. People don't normally have to work that hard to stay in front of me. Whee! Good fun.
0.6 seconds.
That's about the
The
breaking
guy
point, I
behind has
guess.
just done a 158.9.
Oh, that's not good for me. Wow. Just keep finding speed in this thing. Imagine if the aids were helping me and I could actually shift without blowing things up. Uh-oh, more drift. Derp.
P7.
Make for good replay footage anyway. Dan is working really hard. Well, if I can not mess up the sweeper in the back of the course, I can have a 159 something. And then there were 15. Oh, more drift. Exit speed is going to be critical onto the front straight because it's so long and these cars are
You've
so
just done a
relatively slow.
2:00.3.
I can break even later than that. But since I was braking at the line, it's going to be harder to gauge.
Yellow flag.
Uh-oh.
On your right. Play right.
Rip. And just like that. Now, is he good enough to catch me? Sure he is. If he doesn't do that again. Ah, a little bit of drift. Messed that up.
The gap to Apple ahead is increasing. It's now 7.9.
Car feels good.
To go. That's 10 minutes left.
Just hit my mark, so not mess up.
158.5. That's half distance. The fuel's okay. The guy in front is Apple.
Great.
That lap was at 2:00.7 seconds. P6.
Ah. Carried more speed in, but couldn't carry it out. F for respect for Mr. Holm. Mr. Holm! I just realized he's Mr. Holm. He's Loxana Troy's attendant from Stargate. Or Star Trek. Bleh. Star something. I just made 10 million people on the internet angry. I guess I should worry about having 10 viewers before pissing off 10 million people. Well, my hope at this point is that Mr. Holm will try even harder to catch me and bin it in a way that he doesn't plow straight into me. Ah, boy.
That's a new fastest lap for Cardoso, 157.9.
Whoa. Well, that's impressive, considering I'm still at the 2-minute mark. 157.
Lap time was at 2:00.6 seconds. Good consistency. Keep them coming. That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
No! No, I touched the grass. It's a Assetto Corsa, grass means death. Speaking of which, I caught IMSA uploaded the Michelin Pilot Challenge race from Mid-Ohio this morning, so I watched that. There was a similar incident, whoa, where it was a GS car, which is a GT4 class. Coming down the front straight, tried to go take a wide line into T1, got one tire out into the grass, and off he went straight on in T1. It was, you know what? I'm just gonna let this dude go so he doesn't hit me.
Yellow flag, watch out.
I'm just gonna give it up.
Still there. Hold your line.
Although I don't have to give it up.
Looks like P5's gone off in the chicane.
Really?
Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Clear left.
Gotta give him room. I held the position. I tried to give it to him, and he wouldn't take it. Alright, fine, I'll defend it then. That's the way you're gonna be. Is he gonna slipstream me here?
Your lap time
That's
was
fine.
2:01.9.
Car right.
Yellow flag, caution.
Still there. On your right. Still there. Still there.
This is stupid.
Clear right.
I want a clean race.
Got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
I don't care about the position, I just want a clean race. If he bins it again, he bins it again, and I pass him. I'm not gonna catch Vinicius anyway.
5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left. Come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits, apexes and exits.
Apexes and driftos, you mean? Oh, I turned in too early. Roasted the left front there. Whoopsie. Now who's trying too hard? And with us trying to concede this position to each other, the guy behind us has finally caught us.
Yellow flag.
Oh, and there it goes home.
Cardoso is now in the lead.
You know what?
We're seeing lots of right rear lock-in.
I'm not giving anything to anybody anymore. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Right, the guy ahead of us is home.
Mr. Home?
Push, push, push. We can
Bring
get
me my
this guy.
bags.
B7.
I wonder if Dan Holm really is 7 feet tall and never talks. And can drink arbitrary amounts of alcohol. Just like the alien in Star Trek. Not Stargate. Nah, if he was really 7 feet tall, he couldn't fit in an Abarths. Probably braking too much for that. Dove in too deep for that. And I think I've now roasted my tires too much to hope for another 159 chance.
The gap
Oh, I see
to
that.
home ahead is now 1.7 seconds.
Gapped Wilkin a little bit?
You're locking your right rear.
No, I think I'm lifting my right rear.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Still no engine damage. That's good. Two minutes,
Your
point
lap
two.
time was at 2:00.2. That's your quickest lap in this session.
Well, that was a better entry and exit. Down the 159 club if I can hold this up. Too bad the leaders have joined the 157 club. Come on.
5
The
minutes
course
of
is
fuel
over there.
remaining, 5 minutes. Watch your rear tyres, they're pretty cold. Your left front is hot.
You don't say. It's almost like I've been abusing it. Hey, look, it's 159.6.
Cardoso is now leading.
Leader's on final lap. Which says I'm about to be on final lap. Somebody's almost 3 laps down? Wow. Bad
One more
day.
lap to go. That was 159.6. That's your best lap in this session. Very little fuel left.
Hey, Gene. There's a 59. Hey, race is going pretty well. This has actually been really fun. And the lesson learned is don't concede a position, because I probably could have defended it. So the guy in front of me was faster, binned it, I passed him. Then he caught me, so I tried to let him by, and he wouldn't go by, so he wasted an entire lap side by side, like, "Durr, you go. No, durr, you go." And then he finally got by, and hasn't really driven away. I'm like, dang, I should have defended that. Oh, well. This is a really fun car to throw around Zandvoort. You can just kind of toss it into stuff and power out of it. Well, maybe not to that extent. But yeah, it's a really fun car. I mean, this is the last lap, but I'm still getting pretty good turning out of it. Ooh. See how Holm copes with this lap car. Will traffic spoil his final lap? Let's see.
Yellow flag, watch out.
Uh-oh, will it spoil my final lap? Yep.
Left side, clear left.
Thank you, Marson.
2 litres left.
I wasn't catching him anyway. 7th place, clean race, no contacts. Awesome. And we avoided Mr. Death, who finishes 10th.
P7. Okay, we're done.
Well, that was fun. That was great. I'll do this again tomorrow. That was a good time. Boop. 7th place. Congratulations to Leo, Louis, Tiago. Vinicius finishes 5th. That sounds like a tongue twister. Vinicius finishes 5th. Dan Holmes 6th. I probably could have taken that guy. Oh well. Zandvoort is fun. Oh no, Claude Wilkin had a start penalty because of the glitch. Yeah, the start just completely glitched out. That's too bad. But hey, that was a really great result. I really needed that. Let's see. What are the chances that the server is also... Oh, well. Forget the results at first. Let's instead make sure we're registered for the next race. I'm going to do the TCRs. Great. Ooh, lots of people in here already. Mark, Javi, Fernando, Alex. Okay, well. Oh, hello. How are you? Yeah, the start was interesting. Now I can probably go save it. Yeah, I'll show you the start. That was worth it. So I qualified 10th or 11th, I think. And then the start was kind of chaotic. So yeah, that's worth watching. Let's go find that. No protests, at least. Oh, dang it. That reminds me. I forgot to file those protests from last week from the guys who were just driving into me all the time. Oh, well. One less point of strife in my life. I could use that. All right. Let's see. Let's get the leaderboard up here. We'll go, we'll turn the line off. We'll turn the names on. Names on? Sure, why not? We'll go to, what view should we use? TV one? Sure, why not? We'll go to a minute. Whoops, not quite a minute. Yeah, so the start glitched out. Blah, 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 blah. I stayed put. The guy behind me didn't. The guy in front of me didn't even take the start, so I had to juke around him. And then 3 and 4 wide in the back coming to T1. I didn't even see what happened behind me here, but we actually managed to survive this. It was actually a very clean start, all things considered. But I got kind of hung out in a bad line, and the train started passing me. So I was like, uh-oh, what am I going to do about this? And then everything started going wrong for everybody else. Like, I don't know how far I fell down here on lap 1. It was pretty far. Like, a bunch of people got by when I was hung up there on the outside. But then we came to the back. These two binned it, knocked into each other. And then people behind us got into that. And then this first corner, I think people just were overestimating the grip. And then just kind of slid off into oblivion. So I just kind of followed my nose and hoped for the best. There goes Mr. Death off the side of the corner. Jose, whatever his name is. Jose Maria Montiel, the guy who tried to kill me in qualifying. It's like, I will not surrender this position. Dude, it's qualifying and it's our out lap. Give it up. Spread out. No! I must be inside of you for the whole lap. Whatever. Some people. So yeah, that was kind of funny. Let's back up here and see what happened to those guys up front right here. So this is where it all went wrong. Who am I looking at? Am I going backwards or forwards here? Zoop, zoop, zoop. I was going backwards. I was going the wrong way. So, doop, 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 doop. Was it these guys who wrecked, or was it guys in front of them who wrecked? Let's find out. Oh, it was those two. I'll bet it was those two. They're fighting up there. Dicing through the corner. That's a whole lot of grass for somebody who doesn't want to crash today. Oh, he hit the curb, started to lose it, and then takes out this guy. Ooh, that was a hit. Ooh, and then they hit again. Oof. Well, enjoy that 1,000 incident points. And the other two crashed trying to avoid the wreckage there. And then by the time these guys are going, we scroll up to here, and here's Jose Maria, and he just goes wide. And stays wide, and stays wide, and stays wide. Keeps his foot in it the whole time, and then brakes. But you're on the grass. So what's that gonna do? Nothing. Nada. Yeah. F's all around. And that was it. So yeah, that was interesting. Let's make sure settings are right. We've got, nope, not lever shift. Good. Glad I checked that. The SEAT's our paddle shift. We are registered. How many are in already? 16. Who else is in here now? Jose Luis Lamila. Not the same person. Tiago Villaman. He's pretty good. Pretty good field. Pretty good field. Let's see. My standing hasn't changed, which means these standings probably haven't changed. Oh, it's Watkins Glen boot. Good, I was practicing the correct layout. Oh, wow, the standings are back up already. Let's see. So that was 7th place with 0 incidents. Yay! I'm not going to do better than that this week. I practically guarantee it. Jose Maria Montel, 4 incidents. And the 14th place finish. These dudes, my goodness. It's a bad day to be those guys. At what point do you get... Honestly, that's more than 1 incident per lap. At what point do people get DQ'd anymore? Seriously, 13 incidents. How do you even do that? Whatever. Oh no, look at this. Salvatore was winning the race and then dropped to 5th. Oof, that's rough. Anyway, that's my go. That's pretty good. So I jump up here. I pass Dan. I let him by. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll remember for next time to just go ahead and defend it. Oh, well. Too bad. So sad. Let's see. We got 13 minutes. How about some practice? How about some practice before we jump in here? I'll get back to the race. View. We got 12 minutes. Watkins Glen boot. Hey, what a surprise. SEAT on Watkins Glen boot. Similar conditions, I hope. Assists with no blip. Got it. Let's get a couple of practice laps in here just to get a couple more views. I forget. Well, we'll see what my PB is from my earlier practice from tonight. Yeah, Zandvoort is fun. Rumor has it Formula One is going there. I kind of can't believe that's going to happen, though, because... I mean, I don't know if the track has been renovated since it was modeled for AC, but it's a little bumpy. And I don't know how modern F1 cars... Oh, they have smoothed it out a little. Well, and they were saying, too, that they were going to do some improvements to it to get it up to F1 standards, and I can't imagine the F1 cars tolerating those bumps. I just hope it doesn't turn into a parade, you know? Zandvoort is fun, and I imagine, you know, a Formula One car going around that track would be spectacular. But, yeah, I mean, where would they pass? Where is there room to do that except T1? Or the turn coming out onto the front straight?
Track temps are increasing. Air temperature is now 26. The track temperature is now 37 Celsius.
I guess the chicane is pretty wide. You could kind of catch somebody out there, I guess. Maybe watch the track, genius. My goodness. This is so fun. This track is just so fun. Whoa, no! Got on the power too early. You know what? I need to do something else besides practice. I need to make sure I can actually race here. I'm going to go to the forums. Sim racing system. We're going to go to the forums. I guess I'll share my whole screen now. Because why not? La-di-da. La-di-do. Boink, whole screen. Let's go to the forum. Sim racing. No, it's race. Current series download. Assetto Corsa mod list. Scrolling the wrong thing. Where is Watkins Glen 1.0? What version do I have? I have version. What? I don't know. Well, you know what? I am going to be safe here and grab the track. Did I have the 1.0 version? I don't know. It's not sitting in downloads. Let me see if it comes up in the derp. Let's see if this comes up in the downloads area. Games, Assetto Corsa, mod download, tracks. Lilski Watkins Glen 1.0. Okay, so I do have this version. Or at least it's the last one I downloaded, which leads me to believe it's the last one I installed as well. Yeah, it's worth checking. The 1.0 version, when did that come out? It was... Oh, I know, premium membership, yada yada. It was on... Oh, October 3rd. So it's been out for a while. I think this is the version that Chris Hay reviewed. So yeah. Who just texted me what? Oh yeah. Yeah, so it's a good track. It's a beautiful track. It supports lights now. It's pretty awesome. Oops, that's not what I wanted to show. I want to show this. I want to show Assetto Corsa. Silly, because that's what I'm doing. Let's try to get 2 more laps in before the session starts. I'll even let you watch, Gene. It's not even cheating. Let's see. It is fun. I love this car. I love it a little less than a previous version, if I'm being perfectly honest, just because it's so touchy. Oh, speaking of it, it's so touchy. I bet the default setup is completely messed up. Yeah, let me try and load one from a similar track. What's a similar track that we've done this season? Okayama, sure. I'll just load the Okayama setup. It was fixed. Let me tell you, you want to see twitchy. Let me show you what I had to do to this thing. Now keep in mind this is supposed to be fixed, so all you can change is the brakes, and it's a good thing because where's the stupid brake setup? Brake bias 77, brake power 84. 84% before it stops locking up on me. This is why I'm like, I think Sean might have dipped into some special sauce here doing the last physics adjustment. Because, well, the other thing that's deceiving about this is being a front-wheel drive car, much like the Abarth and some of the others. If you've got crew chief on and you go through a hard corner and he says, oh, you're locking your right rear or whatever, there are 2 possible reasons for that. One, your brake bias or power is too far back and you're actually locking the wheel. The other very likely possibility is that wheel was in the air and crew chief recognizes the stoppage of motion on that wheel as a lock when in fact it's just up in the air and the brakes stopped it. AC is smart enough to simulate that, believe it or not. But crew chief says, oh, a wheel stopped, it must be locking. Nope. So you have to kind of tune the brake bias, blah, 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 blah. Tune the brake bias and power so that it's not locking a straight line. Yeah. So if you tune stuff down to where you're not locking in a straight line, you know you've kind of got it right. But it's still possible that crew chief throws the warning that you've locked the wheel braking into, like, trail braking, just because that wheel was in fact in the air. This is a pretty common condition for me in real life, having autocrossed a VW Golf for years. If you were taking a hard corner and not lifting a leg to pee on every cone, then you weren't driving it hard enough, you know? Right, let's get 1 practice lap in here. Down to 3rd for T1, power out. And as with many other classes of car at Watkins Glen, you're flat all the way up the hill. Use 5th to power uphill, 6th when you get to the top. Look for the line on the ground, brake just before it. Slide through in 3rd, power out. Lift in a little brake through this corner. Yeah, Chuck, I mean, if this were an open setup race, there's a lot more you could do to try and compensate, but even when we were at Anglesey, well, to be honest, I didn't get a lot of practice at Anglesey. That event was just so brutal. I don't know what I was doing there. It was so tight. You just had to kind of hold on and hope you didn't bin it and hope the guy in front of you did. And that was the passing opportunity was, oh, somebody else binned it. Maybe I can catch them. Oop, that's signal for race start. Guess I should jump over there. Or session start anyway. Let's see, go to live and join. Oh, I didn't even check who else is in here. 99 power and 72 bias. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I have basically no resistance on my brake pedal. So I have to provide all the modulation with my ankle and not with the strength of the pedal. So yeah, I tend to just, especially under pressure, I just end up slamming my foot to the floor and it just instantly locks up. So I have to compensate by reducing the power of the brakes and then also modulating with my foot. I'm sure if I had pedals that were not, by today's standards, super cheap and 15 years old, I'm sure it would probably go better for me. Let's see, I'm going 1.4 liters a lap. So if we're doing, well, let's see what the lap times are. I don't know if the conditions are going to be similar.
Air falling. Air temp is now 21. The track temperature is now 28 Celsius. All clear. Push now.
Oh, now? Now you say? Or now? I love this track so much. It's great. Oh, somebody still doesn't have the new version of the Leon. Domingos Vaz, didn't he get checksum the last time? Oh, maybe he doesn't have the track.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Oh, don't die
All
on
right,
me.
clear right.
Whoa! No. Oh, I didn't load my setup, did I? Or did I honestly don't remember if I loaded my setup. No, I didn't, because I hit the brakes and spun out of control.
Ignore the aero damage.
Ugh.
It's nothing.
Hi, how you doing?
We're seeing lots of rear locking.
Well, let's see. Let's load the Okayama setup. Since this is a fixed series, it's not going to matter. Rear wing 1. Then I got the 77 and 44. Okay. My fuel is 141 a lap, and we're doing what? 2-minute laps. So we're going to get, much like the other one, we're going to get 11 laps in. So I need 11 times 1.41. I can't math that. Shoot. My brain used to work. I swear. Let's go 1.45 times 11. 1595. Okay, so 16 liters, which is exactly what I had. You forgot to join the race. Join the race, dude. It's not too late. If the timer is expired, you can actually go to the Kunos, like the normal server list. Okay. But you can actually go to the normal server list and find Sim Racing System 1. And as long as you're registered, you can just jump on it through the normal, like, Assetto Corsa server interface. And it'll let you in. I've had to do that a couple of times when things just bugged out,
Exit's clear.
and I had to join late. As long as you make it in before the end of quali, you're good. But you're in already, so.
Yellow flag.
This chicane is just going to eat people. Especially on the first lap when the grip is down. Because it's sim racing system, so the first lap grip is lower than every other time of the race.
That's the end of the session. P9.
So, whoopsie daisy. I might actually boost up to 85% brakes. So yeah, if you're a fan of the GT4 and TCR classes in real life, do check out the IMSA race that was uploaded, the Michelin Pilots Challenge race. The GT4 cars and TCR cars. It was in the rain at Mid-Ohio, and between just the characteristics of the track and the weird traction conditions and everything, the TCR guys, who are supposed to be the lower class, were actually passing some of the GT4 cars on pace, which made things really interesting. Because they're not supposed to be able to do that. Much more interesting than me screwing this up.
Hold your line. Clear right.
But yeah, it was a really interesting race. I won't spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. And of course, kudos to IMSA for putting all the races up on YouTube for everybody to enjoy. Got the IMSA radio commentary. And in terms of, I don't want to use the word fan service because that means something else these days, but fan outreach, I guess, and accessibility. It's tough to beat IMSA these days. Besides, they're awesome races. Hoping to get back to VIR this summer. Not to compete, obviously, but to watch the WeatherTech Championship. Yeah, no kidding. You know, F1 is hidden behind every imaginable paywall. They're on premium channels, and then they're like, why don't we have an audience? Whereas, yeah, IMSA and WEC, well, WEC has been putting up like highlights recently, and only the full races come out like way later. And they still come, which is great. I don't know, it's kind of harder to follow them, but it's always fun. I mean, the races, I mean, the thing that blows my mind about all of the sports car series,
Exit is clear. Push now.
WEC, ELMS, IMSA, I even watched an the Asian Le Mans series race like in the middle of the night a couple of months ago. I was just up late and I was like, oh, there's an ALMS race live on YouTube. Sure, I'll go do that. The quality of the racing, like, you have a 4-hour race and the leaders are separated by seconds.
Yellow flag, caution.
And it's just amazing racing. It's just fun to watch. And then if you're lucky enough to get to one of the events live, like the accessibility, the access that's granted to fans at the track is just
Car left, clear left.
unbeaten anywhere else. I was down at VIR last summer, and they have autograph sessions with all the drivers before the race. But even before that, the pits are just kind of open. And I was walking up and down the pit, watching the crews work on the cars. You know, the Corvettes were warming up and everything. I was walking by the the MSR pit with
On your right,
the
clear right.
GT3 Acuras.
Yellow flag, watch out.
And one of the mechanics was like, hey, want to come see the car? I'm like, yeah, I do. So I just pulled the rope aside and I walk right in and look at the cars. They're right there in the garage area. And I was like, oh, yeah, come look at the car. Okay. I laid a hand on it. I touched the car. And then later on the grid walk, I'm walking by the GTLM Corvettes and one of the doors are open. I was like, oh, neat, I can look inside the car. No, there's some little kid sitting in the driver's seat of the number 4 car. Like, oh, okay. I'll just sit in the championship winning Corvettes. I mean, you can't beat that for access. They really have fostered an environment at the track that's just so great for the fans. Plus, they have some of the best racing you'll see. It's tough to find a better thing to watch than sports car racing right now. Although, like you say, IndyCar is also putting their races online now, which is great, because I can seem to be barely able to catch anything on TV anymore. And IndyCar is fun to watch. They've always been kind of interesting to me because they're open wheel, like Formula One, but they do ovals, they do all kinds of weird street circuits, they do all kinds of stuff, and the cars are much more competitive with each other than F1. So, and it's one of those uniquely American sports series, We have lots of international drivers, but it's one of those, just one of those things. It's like, yay, great American racing. Meanwhile, I'm distracting myself from screwing this up and setting, well, not quite a PB. I'm just out for, Monday night drive on Watkins Glen International. Where am I in the standings? Oh, crap. Well, what else did I expect? Except some people haven't even qualified yet. Where is Russell Selby?
You've just done a 157.4 P3.
He did not get into this race. He's one of my main competitors this season. You turned off your PC? What are you doing, man?
That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
How do you have any controls accessible to you that could turn off your PC that easily? I mean, I've exited a race by accident before, but I've never, oh, let me go back to the pits. Oops, shutdown. It's like, oops, let me pop to the store for some groceries. Oops, sold my car. Oh no. Oh, is it one of those keyboards that have the integrated power and sleep buttons on the keyboard? Because those, I've never gotten one of those because I will do that. I know I'm clumsy enough that if I had one of those keyboards, I would do exactly that. Oh yeah? just hit the power button on the front? Oh no. Nope, slowed down too much for that. I wonder if that's a fourth gear corner. You just hit the power button on the front. Alright, well,
You've just done a 156.4, 7th position.
Your secret's safe with me, because nobody watches me. Except you guys. I appreciate that. I don't have many fans, but they're loyal fans, and that's better.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Hey guys, Gene turned his power button. Oh. I don't know what I'm doing out here. I'm still 8th. Oh dear, the leader's turning 153s, and I'm like, yeah, I got a 156, look at me. Ooh. Oh man. How great is this track mod, by the way? It's really fun. I mean, Watkins Glen is one of those great American racetracks, but this seems to be a great model of it. And we're driving one of my favorite cars. Oh, almost avoided the wall. Darn it.
This lap will be deleted.
Of course, if I do that during the race, it'll be like, meh, whatever. Am I gonna get another lap in here? Don't turn off your PC again! What'd you do?
8th place. Yellow flag.
What'd you do, Gene? No! Come back! You only have a minute left to get in before the race.
Yellow flag, watch out.
Don't rejoin.
Car
Thank
right,
you.
clear right.
Ooh, I have a purple sector. I think I need to brake before that. No controls. Oh, I hate that. Finally get into the game, it's like, huh? Do you have a wheel? I don't see a wheel. Derp. Oh, jeez, I got somebody lagging behind me.
Checkered flags out, P12.
No, stay in bounds. That is not a 4th gear corner. Should go ahead and slow into 3rd.
That lap time was 156.0, 10th position.
On your right, clear right.
10th position.
You've gone outside of track limits there.
Yeah, I got a 155.999.
That's the end of the session, P10.
Oh no, you're not gonna make it? Oh, starting from the back. Alright. Okay. So you're in, you just don't want to talk during the race. Well, that seems like a certain amount of sense. Alright, so we've got 1.38 per lap. That's a different fuel calculation. We're gonna do 12 laps, maybe. I don't know. 13 even? Sure. It's only an extra liter. Ooh, excuse me. We'll ski Watkins Glen. Save. I might go crazy and get brake power up to 85 whole percent. Ooh. Can I do anything else in this fixed setup? Ooh. Alright, we'll go all in. It's time to arrow boy this. It's got enough long straights here. We'll go with 0 wing. You know what you're doing. Take off every zig. Here we go. Whew. This'll be fun. I
B11,
hope.
20 minutes.
And just for grins before we start, look at that. Look at that car. Series correct Mission Pilot Challenge numbering. Got the banner up there. Even changed the tires from the default Yokohama. Got the zero bandwidth livery, the Velocity Micro, who built my glorious PC. Got the caution tape in the back. I got the spoiler alert. Half your settlers are probably synths already. Guess the game to earn at least 1 internet point.
Watch for the lights.
Alright, here we go. See if we can do this without getting killed. Boop, 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 boop. Or having another start glitch.
Green, green, green.
Which way does T1 go again? Oh, it's the tight one.
Left side, clear left, car left. Hold your line, clear left.
Oh, good. Clear left. Means I can take this preferred line through this corner. Why is everybody checking up? I really want to go flat out here. Whoa!
Yellow flag.
Whoa, okay. I reckon. Oh!
Right side. Hold your line. Clear right.
Yellow flag. Caution.
Geronimo! He dug that out, too. That's impressive. He's not going to save that, though.
Car left.
Yoink.
Left.
Rip. F's for Geronimo and Chet. There's a wall there. Don't hit that. Man, she's already caught me.
P10. Yellow flag. Watch out.
That seemed like a lot of drama to still be in P10. Like, so many positions changed hands and I'm back where I started. It doesn't seem possible. Oh, this is going to end in tears if they don't sort it out. I just want a clean result. I feel like I'm not carrying enough speed through there. Oop, too much brake.
Left side.
Rip.
Clear left.
Oh, I can't believe I avoided that. Wow. Hey, Crew Chief Jim, can you have a clean pair of underwear for when the race is over?
Nelson is leading the race. That was a 155.7 E9.
I think that was a slipstream related PB. Because I was following those guys all the way down the straight here. Uh-oh. Peter Kalmar dumps out. Rage quit.
You're reeling this guy in. The gap's now 1.0 seconds. Left.
Yeah.
That's 15 minutes.
Yeah, the wing doesn't help with handling as much as it should. I mean, it's a front-wheel drive car, so it's like... It's almost like the joke about, oh, more downforce to the undriven wheels, good for you. But, I mean, it should help at least a little. Mainly, it's just... It seems to be just there to look cool. Which it does. Just one more space to put a main sponsor decal, you know?
Hurler, he's reeling you in. The gap's
Is he
now?
now?
1.8. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. That's the fastest lap of the race. This is excellent, mate. Keep it up. You've just done a 155.4.
It's not the fastest lap of the race. It's my fastest lap of the race by a long shot, but it's not the fastest lap, as is evidenced by Alex Nelson being 11 seconds up the road. I was also a lot more daring into the chicane than last time. Ooh, did he?
Yellow flag, watch out.
Oh wow, the yellow lights worked. Did you see that? On the left side of the track when the yellow light indicator came up, one of the yellow lights was flashing. That was cool.
0.5.
Alright, Julio. Watch yourself. This is, for all its quirks and foibles in the last update, this is still a pretty fun car. Oh, I looked at the wrong braking marker. I nailed the brakes, and this guy's like, okay, I'll just run away now.
Yellow flag.
Yeah, I mean, his attitude can be a little bit abrasive, but the work he puts out speaks for itself. Apparently, after he did this one, he had a hand in the new CTMP as well. And that is just a masterpiece. I love CTMP anyway. But that new track was so good, even I made a video about it. Although Chris Hayes is obviously better. What are you doing, Julio? You're going slow, but you're taking your half out of the middle here. Oh,
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
I have a feeling that yellow was for me, but whatever. I got the yellow lights to flash again. That was cool. Overcooked it into the hairpin. Yeah.
The gap in front count has increased. It's now
Yeah, I
about
wonder if
4.7.
the default is like 5. I wonder if he just left it. Because it seems like it should help in the twisties, but it really doesn't. Man, which brake marker is it again? That's twice I've gotten the wrong one. That time I picked the one that was too
Just ignore it,
late.
it'll go away.
This has not been a banner lap for me. Here we go. Come on, Stefan. Battle Julio. Get him off my case.
That lap was a 156.7 P8. Remaining 10
Well,
minutes.
if it goes like last lap, I'll be able to drive away from him.
We're halfway home. Fuel looks okay.
Just okay? Jim, I need you to be more decisive. Oh my goodness, lapped traffic? At the halfway point? You're having a bad day.
Clear right.
You're pulling away from the guy behind. The gap's now 1.0.
I'm catching 7th. He must have too much wing too. Or he duffed it. If I can keep it clean, this is gonna be good for me. Man, this is a fun car. And this track, I mean...
Your left front's hot.
Oh, I can't imagine why. The default pressure on it is 17 pounds. And I can't change it.
Nelson is now leading.
It's getting a little goopy. Tell you what, Julio's catching me in the twisties.
Yellow flag, caution. You're looking really good. Come on, keep your focus. Fastest
Well, thanks,
lap.
Jim.
That
I
was,
did when I hear this morning.
154.7.
Oh! Jim, you distracted me with your compliments. I'm not catching him here. I wonder how I caught him last time. He must have had a wiggle.
Your tyre temperatures are okay.
Oh, no, I just beat him up in the chicane, apparently. Alright, Mr. Thurston. Let's dance.
You've used half your fuel. Yellow flag, caution. The gap ahead is now 1.9.
1.9 ain't nothing. Let's bring it.
Quickest right now. This is brilliant. Keep it up. That lap was a 155.3.
155.3. I have a hard time believing that's the fastest pace that lap. Maybe amongst the people around me. Whew, this is good times. Oh! Overcooked it through there.
That's 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes.
Keeping up with this guy. If Thurston has an incident, I can be on him.
Now in the lead. The gap to Hurler behind is now 3.7 seconds.
I'm not
10
carrying
minutes
enough
of
through
fuel
10.
remaining. We're setting the pace. That lap was a 155.1.
I think Jim's got his blinders on. Did I just double shift? Oh well. That was weird. Did I lose a gear? Nope. It's just acting funny. Alright, well, it's acting funny. Uh-oh! Thurston missed the chicane. I went wide trying not to hit him. If we get down to the last lap, I'll flash him. How am I a second behind my normal pace? Oh, right. Because I was avoiding hitting this guy. That would explain it. How quickly they forget. This is a good battle. Within a second now. 2 laps to go.
155.6. You're matching race pace.
Got this guy nervous.
The gap in front is now 0.8.
I can start catching slipstream. That would be great.
Two minutes to go. 2 minutes. P8.
A little too aggressive with the chicane that time.
Yellow flag. Keep your wits about you, mate.
Hello. Right on him now.
Your left front tyre is running hot.
Suspect we're both cooking fronts. The question is, has he cooked his more than I've cooked mine?
Nelson is leading the race.
Guess my line through there isn't great. He just drove away. 154.
That's the fastest lap of the race. Your last lap time was at 154.7.
This will be the last lap. How nervous can I make him? Flashy, flashy. Flashy, flashy. Dangerously close to a cut there. Oh, this is good. This is an interesting non-battle battle. It's not like I've been up beside him at all, but
We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
one little mistake and I'm by.
Yellow flag.
Where? Ah, couldn't get him. That was a good race.
P8. There's the checkered flag.
Thurston, James Thurston. What a race.
On your left.
Ooh, man. That was a good time. There goes the session change. Will probably dump us out now. That was good. That was really fun. I enjoyed that a lot. One of my favorite cars, one of my favorite tracks. Can't beat that with a stick. Let's save that replay. You know, both of these were pretty good. Well, I'd give that about a 4. I'd give that about a 4.5. 'Cause that was good. I just kind of kept going. Yeah, Julio must have had a ton of wing dialed in. So I just drove right by him on the straight. And it shouldn't have had that much of an effect, but I don't know. Let's see what we can see here. Well done to you, too. What did you end up in? You ended up passing a bunch of people. For a while, it looked like you were going to catch me. Nice. Nice. Let's see. Watch that lap 1 replay. That was hectic. A lot of weird stuff going on there in the at the start. Let's go to the race review view. Win TV. Helicopter cam. Hello. What? What is this? I've never tried this one. View broadcast. Go up to, so here's the start. I'll turn the off now. Full TV experience here. I love this fast uphill sign. Yeah, this really is the broadcast cameras from the races. Wow, that's cool. Zoom. Now, I guess part of the problem once we got up here was all the guys who still had 5 wing dialed in were way slower. Like this guy in the blue, I almost hit him on this first lap. It was so much slower up the hill. And then, whee! One guy off there. I just had to give that one away because I swung wide there. It seemed like there was a bunch of wreckage down here too. Where was that? I don't know. I guess I enjoy looking at my car. Oh, there were 2 skins I didn't pick up. Oh well. I guess I should have had SRS skin on, but I'm just so tired of wrestling with the fight between that and Shader's Patch. I just was like, oh, there you go. That's what the problem was. These 2 guys. He just straight locked his brakes. That's a shame, because he was a good driver. He was going pretty fast. Oh, right, Geronimo. Let's see if we can... Can I drag this out and make it bigger? Let's see. Watch these pedal inputs. He pulls out here. Oh, he's braking way too late anyway, and then full on the brakes. Probably has brake power up full, and he just locked up. Oh, you're already on SRS. Well, good for you. Nice. Well, the good news is the races this week are all interesting. And this is the last week of the season, so season 4 starts next week, and they'll be announcing the series that they'll be running sometime, probably Saturday night or Sunday, is usually when the announcement of the next 6-week series comes out. And I think there's some series that run on Race Room and Automobilista as well, and they run on a completely different schedule. Like, I think the Race Room ones are like 5 weeks instead of 6 or something, or 8 weeks instead of 6, but whatever the case, they're on a totally different cycle from the AC races, which is weird. But if you have Race Room, you can do that too. Or Automobilista, and they now do oval races on like NASCAR 2003, because I think it's like free or something on Steam. Where it's like, it's super cheap, whatever it is. So everybody was like, hey, let's start doing oval races on NASCAR 2003. Oh, cool. Apparently it does some modding support too. So now you can do oval racing on SRS. Hey, what's up, Dave? Where were you? In the back? Oh, there you are. Hey, you weren't that far behind me. Last of the finishers, really? Wow. Don't look too bad. This broadcast camera's pretty neat. Although you do seem to be mired back in these guys a little bit. And when you get locked up... Yeah, when you get locked up in these big knots of traffic, it's hard to make any kind of headway. Especially when you're scared of people like that. Oh, God. Oh. Did that distract you and put you wide in T1? Watching people just crazy crash out behind you? It's like, I'm going to get hit. And they're so freaked out about those guys. You're like, oh, right, I should keep driving. That happens to me all the time. People get stupid aggressive behind me, and I'm like, I don't trust you. You're gonna hit me, and I don't want to get hit. And then I just forget to drive. Somebody hit the grass there. Whee! That looks like a good enough drive. Yeah, I had one of those. It's funny, I had a race in the Euro Cup version of this car. I was running with Sim Racing Online, and it was at, what track was it? Estoril, I think. It has that long front straight and then the right-left complex right at the end. And I was on this crazy aggressive fuel save strategy so I could make the whole 40-minute race without stopping. So I was lifting and coasting just everywhere. And I had two guys right behind me all the way down the straight, and I lifted and they started catching me. So they were like, "Oh great, they thought, "Oh, I'm going to pass this guy." But I was lifting for the corner, so by the time I braked, my brake point was like 20 yards ahead of where theirs should have been. And so by the time I hit the brakes and they hit the brakes, it was way too late for them. And they just went sailing off into the sand. And I was just like, okay, I'll just keep on going now. But, yeah, it was really funny when people are following that close and you end up kind of getting target fixation. And you're like, oh, well, when he brakes, I'll brake. And if the brake points are different, if your just line is different, your driving style is different, you'll just completely screw them up. You know, your vantage point is a great one to watch Gene's battle, which I think he just got into the front of, right? Pretty good line. What were your times like? Because I think I ended up with 155, 156-ish in there for most of the race. That's cool. It's so weird, like, oh, whoops. Yeah, I did that too once. It's, the thing that gets me so many times is I'll start using the distance markers as my brake point, like, I guess, like you're supposed to do. But then I miscount them, or like I brake at the wrong one, and then I'm either way too slow going into the corner, or it's way too late for me to be on the brakes, and I just... You have to be kidding. Don't use shadows, they change. I did that to myself one time. There was some... I think this was also an SRO event. They did it at Road America. And it was set up so that the qualifying session was at like 1 in the afternoon game time. But the race was at like 3. So I did all my practice and qualifying, braking going into Canada Corner at like the shadow of a tree, and then we got into the race and the shadow was like completely across the track and at a different angle, and I'm like, what am I doing? What have I done to myself? It's a fun course too. I love Road America. You know, a lot of the great American tracks, you know, that ended up, I mean, out of all those American and, you know, the U.S. and Canadian tracks, I guess Laguna Seca was in the core game. But like, what others? Are there any other American tracks? I'm trying to think. I don't know. Let's jump. Oh, I thought you were in the blue car. There you are. See, you guys are running consecutive positions there. Nothing to be sneezed at. Oh. Let's do Vernon. Oh, okay. So Vernon is 3 back from me. Whoopsie daisy. Well, if it wasn't paved. You know, if a piece of track is paved, obviously you're supposed to be able to go out there, right? It's paved, it's part of the track, it's all good. Whoa, and I should check up not to hit this guy. Good job. Yeah, testing the limits of the track, the track boundary. I tell you what, I got Project Cars 2 on, yeah, keep race control awake. I got Project Cars 2 a while back when they had some crazy steep discount on Steam. And it's a gorgeous game, but the track limits, like, if you put 2 tires on a curb, it's like, nah, no lap for you. I'm like, really? It's the curb. Like, I'm not even off the track. I put 2 tires on the curb, and it's like, no lap. And then, if you do it in the 3rd sector, it's like, it discounts that lap and the next one. I'm like, how are you supposed to qualify for a race in this game? Like, you just can't. You're just not allowed to qualify anymore. It's ridiculous. And everything else about the game is just gorgeous, but, like, that is crazy. Like, I don't think... Like, I've run a couple of... I've jumped in a couple of JRDA's stream, like, community races and a couple other, like, online races, and I've tried it offline. I don't think I've qualified for a single race in Project Cars 2. Like, I've always started at the back, because I can't keep the car inside the crazy track limits. Whoopsie daisy. There's the wide line through 10 again. Yeah, that happens too. Like, they qualified way ahead of you, and then you get in the race, and they, like, stack up. Although the funniest AI problem I've seen so far is in those, the ACC pre-release betas. All the guys on YouTube who were testing the really early builds of ACC. They'd get out on the track, and the cars would just stop on the pit straight, like derp. Or they, like, wouldn't fuel themselves, so you get to the end of lap 1 and they'd all just stack up in the pit entry and not go anywhere. It's like, what is wrong with this thing? At least they've fixed that. I mean, I don't know. A part of me is kicking myself now just because I've done a few races in GT3 in Assetto Corsa now. Because I didn't get in on any of the ACC stuff in the early access when it was cheap, because I was like, I'm just not going to race GT3 cars, and now that I have, and they're fun, and I wasn't completely terrible, I'm like, oh, well, maybe I could have played ACC, and now it's full price. I'm like, whoops, I guess I missed that bandwagon. Oh, well, this was alright. It was a good race. I enjoyed that. This fight with James Thurston up here. I chased him down, and I just couldn't catch him. I don't know, I see other people play ACC, and it just looks so gorgeous. Like, I know that's not everything in a racing game, obviously. You want it to drive, and you want to play against other people sometimes. And I don't know whether they're going to support custom liveries yet. That's kind of a big deal, because as cool as it is to have every available livery in Blancpan, you know, I don't know if they even have all the Blancpan GT3 cars in there, or if it's just the Euro series. Like, there's a whole different division in Asia. You have the GT Challenge that's in the US now, that kind of either merged with or replaced the Pirelli World Challenge. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not, I imagine it's probably not going to have mod support, but I gotta believe it has, let's do that. I gotta believe it at least has custom liveries eventually, because, I mean, as cool as it is to have all the real GT3 cars, like, I don't want to be some other GT3 team. I want to have my orange and black, you know, I want to have the zero bandwidth livery on the GT3 Audi or something. If I can't do that, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go be Chris Harris. Because why not? I like Chris Harris, I'm a fan. And the McLarens are cool. I hear he did well too. Yeah, like the GT America series that merged with Pirelli World Challenge. And then, get the GT Asia series in. Because they're all under the Blancpain SRO umbrella. Why not have the liveries from all those teams? So you don't have 20 people racing the same car. Like, anybody who's a Bentley fan is going to be running for, like, one team. Like, there's only one Bentley team, right? So anybody who's a Bentley fan, they're just going to be those guys. And it's really cool to have the Emil Frey Jaguar, but if you want to run the Jaguar, you're going to be their team. And one of their, 5 drivers? Or 6 drivers? It's like, not a lot of variety there. And if anybody's wacky enough to set up a single make server, you gotta hope it's something like McLaren's or GTRs or whatever, because otherwise it's just you're just gonna have 20 of the same car. Oh, gee, you got around that guy again. Cool. Well done. Sorry, I missed that pass. What was that? Was it good? Oh, it's back here. Way back here. Oh, I missed it. Or were you always in front of me? Yeah, I like GT3 stuff. It is a little bit like oversold, I think. There's just so much GT3 stuff going on now. But it's good racing. Like, oh, the top 10 overall? Let's go see the standings. They're probably ready now. Standings. Let's see the race first. Yes. Let's see. Eighth place with a 154.6. Wow, I didn't even notice that when it happened. That is, in fact, the fastest lap ahead of everybody behind me. That's cool. Another 0 incident race for full points. That's awesome. Dave also with a clean race. That's good. Nothing to sneeze at there. I like a line that trends upward. Can't argue with that. And James, man, I feel like I could have had him. Yeah, the multi-class stuff is just so cool. It's fun to watch with because you got the added element of traffic and all that stuff. That's what made the Mid-Ohio race, the Michelin Pilot race from IMSA that they uploaded this morning. That's what made that race so interesting, is because usually the GT4 and the TCR cars are separate. The TCR cars are just a little bit slower, but whatever it was about Mid-Ohio, like the track layout itself or the traction conditions, because it was rainy and misty and weird. Like there was, I think at one point the TCR leader was 5th overall. Let me see if I can link to it. YouTube. If you check out the playlists on my channel, I actually maintain playlists of all the series that generally upload to YouTube. Yeah. So I have playlists saved on my channel for like other race series, and one of them is the Michelin Pilot series. So let me open this. Yeah, okay. So let me see. This is going to be a link to the race as part of my Michelin Pilot Challenge playlist. You can see if I share the screen here. A little self plug here. So this is the Pilot Challenge playlist. If I go to my channel playlists, created playlists. So I have so far. How do I close that? There we go. So ELMS, WeatherTech, Pilot Challenge, Prototype Challenge. I think the Mid-Ohio race for IMSA PC also got uploaded today. I also have some Final Fantasy stuff up. The WEC Super Season got, I think this is still complete. I might have missed one. I don't know. And I don't know whether 2019 ELMS has started. Oh yeah, it has. That was the first one I looked at because my short-term memory is. I haven't started 2019 Blank Pen, but I guess they haven't either, right? Or they've just started, whatever. So some of these are incomplete. Like I missed going back and doing some of the Pirelli World Challenge from last season. But yeah, if you want to scroll back through some of these, I have pretty complete playlists of each of these seasons, going back to 2017 or so, maybe even further. Yeah, 2016 ELMS, 2016 Porsche Cup, Continental Challenge, WeatherTech. So if you want to spend the next 100 hours watching sports car races, you know where to go. So anyway, it's more than just me on my channel. It's, playlists of other cool things about cars. So season standings, 4th overall. Woo! Best or worst of the people who have done all 6 races, but still, it's something. Luke and Russell were not here tonight. So if they come tomorrow, they'll probably bump me out of the top 5. But hey, I'll take that any day of the week. That's awesome. Me likey long time. Oh yeah, but it's funny. I mean, even karting, like go-karting, is like, oh, it's the quote unquote cheapest form of autosport. It's like $10K to get a competitive kart. Like, I could just go buy a car. Yeah, the used karts go for $5K. A brand new one with all, and then you get the tools, the trailer. It's just, it's nuts. Like, the barriers to entry for serious motorsport. It's crazy. Like, I can't imagine the privateer, like the guy privateers in like GT4 and GT3 who can afford to just be like, I'm just going to open my checkbook and fund a GT3 team to fly around the country or Europe or whatever. It's just like, how much money can you just throw at this? Some of them have sponsors and some of them are just like, I'm just going to bankroll a GT3 team. All right. Yeah, Mazda Cup, the car itself is what, 18, and then you do all the street tuner stuff to it, or whoever's sanctioning those now. I guess it's the the TC America stuff. Oh, I haven't priced an ND Miata. I have no idea how much they are, but yeah, it's nuts. Like, oh, I want to go do amateur motorsport on a track. Like, good luck. Good luck doing it for less than 6 digits anywhere, unless it's a go-kart. And even then, it's 5 digits. It's crazy. Yeah. And then you have to, like, if you bin it or somebody just runs over you or whatever, it's like, oh, great. Now I get to do that all over again. Yeah, nope. In terms of real life autosport, I think I'll stick to autocross because at least then it's like one car at a time. All I do is chew up tires. You can get race car insurance. In fact, there are companies out there, there are insurance companies out there that specialize in wacky insurance policies like race cars. Our car club has a special insurance policy for like all the events in case somebody like slides their car into a tree or whatever, and the club has to be responsible for the tree. Yeah, I forget. I used to be on the board of the club, and I would hear all the discussions about how much the insurance cost. I think it was like, even for an autocross, it was like, I don't know, $1,000 per event or something like that. It was crazy. And so we had to be sure that we were going to get enough people at the event to cover the cost of renting the venue and covering our insurance and all that stuff. And then we found out stuff like we used to use an old one of the local NASCAR bull rings, like this little half mile, maybe not even half mile, just bull ring track. And we used to run autocrosses at it. We would use the infield for like a twisty section and then pop out on the oval and do laps around the oval, and then that would be the course. And we found out that our insurance policy had a clause in it that said we couldn't set up our autocross course within 50 feet of like a solid object that you could run over. So in a parking lot, that would be like the curbs at the end of parking spaces or something like that. But at a racetrack, those little bull ring ovals are so narrow. If you come 50 feet down from the outside wall and 50 feet up from the inside wall, you meet in the middle. Like they're not 100 feet wide. So we found out kind of after the fact, we were like, oh no, like we can never run here again. Because we're like completely in violation of this insurance clause we're about to be subject to. So it's like, oops, no more Southside Speedway. That was funny. I don't think they've actually had to use their insurance policy yet. Knock on wood. We have had some people bin their cars, which is, autocross. Like the point of autocross is to be like a completely safe environment to do stupid things. Like it's an educational thing. You're learning what your car can and can't do, and what you can and can't do with it. And so it's meant to be like a completely safe environment to do things that you find out later were dumb because you're just learning. And we had a guy like spin sideways into an obstacle that was like 100 and something feet off the course. Like there was no legitimate way that you could ever endanger yourself to hit this thing, and he just, I don't know if it was wet or he just overcooked it and tried to be a hero and kept his foot in it or whatever, but just slid sideways right into this like solid, I think it was like an oil it was down at I don't know, it was down at this event where they had this like big metal disposal, like not like a dumpster, but I don't know what it's for, but he just and like, how did you even do that? And I don't know. There was a guy at some other club's event who, and I don't know what that club's insurance situation was, but it was like, I don't know. They didn't seem as focused on safety, but a guy like slid sideways into a curb at the very edge of the lot and just folded the right rear axle just right under the car. Just bloop. Yeah. Oh, people find a way to do wacky stuff. And there was one other event where this guy, nicest guy, he had this Boxster, beautiful car. I don't know what its problem was, but the brake system just failed. Just randomly had no brakes anymore. It just like, it was parked in the grid and the car just starts rolling. He's like, what's going on? And then like, rather than pull aside, he's like, well, it'll be fine. So he goes out on course, comes around to the finish, hits the brakes, and nothing happens. Just the pedal just goes right to the floor. He's like, no! Ended up leaping over the curb at the edge of the lot. And like, I think he even went through like a chain link fence or something. Finally got the car stopped like out in the grass, like way outside the course. He's like, well, I guess I'm done today. Like, yeah, maybe when you have no brakes, it's time to just go back to the paddock there, buddy. But yeah, I got it fixed. It's just random. I mean, it's a Porsche. You don't expect the brakes to just go nope. Oh man, it was, he was lucky that he didn't get hurt or anything. I mean, it's just still a relatively safe environment, but still, it was just like, whoa, how does this even happen? I don't know. People just get wacky sometimes. Anyway, didn't mean to turn this into Ripley's Believe It or Autocross hour, but there you go. So there it is. 4th overall in the SEAT. That's cool. And then, how's the Abarth? Thank you, sir. Good race by you as well. And, top 10 in the Abarths. Yay. Good night, chat. Good night, everyone. And I'll probably do this tomorrow. So, good times. Where's the end title? There's the end title. Thanks for watching, everybody. Till next time.